Dun, 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 dun. What's going on, Birdman? What up, what up? Like you were in here waiting. All right. Close. All right. Who else do we have in here? Show yourself. What's going on, Zach? What's going on, Dave? Good evening, good evening. What is up? Hey, we're going to go ahead and put 4 minutes on the clock, and we will start shortly after. So here we go. 4 minutes, and we will get things moving. So while we're waiting, here is the who has what? Blues, Sabres, Preds, Canes, Jets, and Sharks will be randomed off here shortly in break 123. Hey, what's going on, Brian? Birdman closed it out with the Panthers, Wild, and Stars. A-Rod's got the Lightning. Zach has Columbus. Robert Keller's got the Red Wings. Matt Foxhall has the Leafs. Brian DeMarco with the Blackhawks and Rangers. Bird's previous teams are the Oilers and Bruins. Bryce Charney with the Canucks. Dave Jockey with the Penguins. Matty D with the VGK. Anders Kersar with the Ducks. Natalie Steele with the Coyotes and Kings. Amy Pelzer with Senators, Caps, Islanders. Brian Pettigo with the Flyers and Avalanche. And Aaron Kornacki with the Canadians and Devils. And let me get the randoms up here. Make sure I'm right. 123. Yep, those are ready to go. And again, it's what we're going to do is in this order will be the top 6 for the randoms. And team 1 will be the Blues. Team 2 will be the Sabres. Team 3 will be the Preds. Team 4 will be the Canes. 5 will be the Jets, and 6 will be the Sharks. So the top 6 will get the 1 bonus team. What's going on, Rob? Rob, in this one, you don't have anything in this one, Rob, in 123. And you've got the Razzes in 128, Rob. So that's the next break. Hope that helps you. And Rob, just to tell you real fast, for 128, you have a spot in Raz 1 and a spot in Raz 2, and then no teams. So you got the 2 Raz spots, and that's it. All right, down to about a minute and a half left before we get going with the randoms. Just to let you guys know, too, during a little intermission after 123, we're going to drop 2 new breaks. Break 125 is one of these Fanatics jerseys with 2 boxes of SPA and 2 boxes of Chronology. So basically 4 boxes of cards and the jersey, and that's $40. And then we will drop the second one at the same time, which is break 127. It's going to be 1 Fanatics jersey, 2 Leaf Lumber Kings, and 3 Chronology boxes. And that one's going to be $47. And all teams are available, I believe. Let me just double check. I think the Oilers were random. Yep, in 127, the jersey, 2 Leaf, and 3 Chronologies. The Oilers were random in that one. So everybody get a shot at them. And they will go active. Man, I'm coughing. They'll go active during a little intermission. Man, little cough. Beer went down the wrong tunnel. I think it's going to be a good night tonight for some hot cards and the jersey, obviously. So we're bringing out Lord Stanley here with some Yingling. Back to back, we'll play along at home like we normally do. And Cancel that out with 8 seconds left. Let me just mute it as well. So as I normally do, I have the teams loaded up. So here we are. Give me just a second. So starting with Aaron Kornak at the top, and then ending with Adam Rodriguez at the bottom. And let me make sure I put Bird in there as the last 3. I did not. Bird gets 3 more spots here for closing it out. Just want to make sure I got those in there. Don't want to give him the chances for closing it out there. All right, so now we're ready. 6 times, and the top 6 will get the team. So here we go. There is 1. You see all 25 there. 25 and 6 being 31. That's our 4th time. 5th time, this next one counts, and we will record it. We have Brian Pedego. And since you call me on your name, Brian, I'm going to mess it up wrong, even worse now. So Brian Pedego with the Blues. Sabres, we have Matt Foxall. Preds, we got Birdman. Canes, we got Birdman. And 5th spot there is David Jockey. And 6th spot, we have Brian DeMarco. So congrats, guys, on getting those random teams there. And we will get to breaking. Boom, bam. Close that down real fast. And we are good to go. So I'm seeing 10 folks in here. We're going to start the night right with the Hall of Fame guests. We're going to open up Allure first. So, boom. Give me your Hall of Fame guess for the first auto or the only auto pulled out of Allure. Guess it right, you will join our Hall of Fame placard of Robert Valentin, 2-time champion David Bird, and the man in cursive, Matty D. All right, Zach says Vossi. What team is Team 6? Brian, that was San Jose Sharks. So I just had it in order. So I can read them again real fast. For the random, Brian Pedego got the Blues, Foxy with the Sabres, Bird got Preds and Canes, and the Jets. I'm sorry, that was Dave Jockey. I'm sorry. Dave Jockey got the Jets, and then Brian DeMarco got the Sharks. All right. My phone over here. So we got Vossi, we got Nico Sturm, we got Jack Hughes, Victor Olofsson, we got Gibson. All right, we got a mustache. We will have our Hall of Fame placard on standby here, just in case anybody nails it. Allure, we're gonna close the guesses. Guesses closed. I would have said, let me think here. So we're going to do Allure, SPA, Ultimate, we'll do the jersey last. Put that there. Who would I have said? I don't with Kuhlman for Allure. All right, Stamkos for A-Rod getting it in there. All right, good luck, everyone, and thanks for making break 123 happen. Let's see if we can pull some fire for you guys. Just turn this up just a hair. Boom, bam, there we go. Got our little side tape here. And barcode for Allure. Box. First up, we have a pack. Mr. Nico Hischier for Jersey. Followed by Brandon Gignac for Jersey. Back-to-back Devils in the very first pack. If you're playing along at home, it's Saturday night. Might as well be. Take a drink. Back-to-back same team. Followed by Trent Frederick for the Bruins with a big old piece of jersey there. Get my little supplies ready here. What's funny is the, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can see that on the background of the card there, you can see Pasta really well. See Pasternak right there. Never really noticed the other players in the background before, but Pasta was really standing out. So Frederick with the top 50 jersey there for Boston. Followed by Alexander Barkov for your Florida Panthers. And we have Ben Bishop for the Stars. I'd love a personal baseball break at the end. Oh, Rob. All right, we got Barrett Hayden for the Coyotes. Followed by Anthony Mantha for Detroit. Matt Duchene for the Nashville Predators. And we have Carl Rundstrom for the Kings with the variation here. Followed by an orange crush, or is it orange slice? Haven't been these in a while. Orange slice of Vitaly Abramov for Ottawa. Orange slice for the Sens with our first numbered card. Chewy's talking back to me. This is 109 of 199 for the orange slice Vitaly Abramov here. 109 of 199. Then we have Cam Atkinson for Columbus. I do love Allure cards. They are nice. When they're not double stamped or have their errors, they are a nice card. All right, we got Jack Eichel for Buffalo. Top 50 here of Guillaume Brisebois for Vancouver. Got Matthew Dumba from Minnesota with the white rainbow. Haven't been in so long. Yep, white rainbow. Non-numbered. Nice little insert though. Been so long, I forget the card names for Allure. So Matthew Dumba from Minnesota. Followed by Jack Hughes for New Jersey. Seth Jones for Columbus. And we have Adam Fox for the Rangers. Jones and Fox as our final two cards there. Next up, we have Eric Brandstrom for Ottawa. Nathan Bastian for Jersey. Kirby Dack for Chicago. Then we have an open ice here of Capo Caco and the Rangers. Capo Caco, you see it see-through there for New York. New York going to Brian DeMarco. Nice little insert here of Capo. Nice one there. Let me just grab my tape real fast so I'm not banging it on the table. Gotta get new tape. Painter's tape, good way to send, not scotch. And if you guys saw it or you didn't see it, Foxy saw it. We have Rasmus Sandin for the Leafs. Going to Foxy. And I'm pretty sure nobody called Rasmus Sandin. No. So our first auto of the night for Toronto. The Red Rainbow Auto, 120 out of 349. 120 out of 349 for Foxy and the Leafs. We'll throw them out here in our field of hits. Sound the auto horns for Matt and Rasmus. All right. And next card and final card of that pack, we got Nick Suzuki for Montreal. Next up, we have Cale Fleury for Montreal. Jack Hughes for the Devils, top 50. Red Rainbow here of Nick Suzuki for Montreal. Red Rainbow. Just checking the back, making the names are right, making sure the names are right, since we had the few in the early runs that were not. So Nick for Montreal there. Followed by Carson Kuhlman for the Bruins. Philip Myers and the Flyers. He would have been a solid guess too for the auto. And last card, Ilya Mikheyev for the Leafs. So Myers and Mikheyev. And 3 packs left in Allure. Philip Zadina for Detroit. Trent Frederick for the Bruins. Mr. Marc-Andre Fleury for Vegas. Carey Price iced out. Solid looking card there with the red and the blue. Nice contrast of colors there. So Carey Price from Montreal, iced out. Very nice looking card from Montreal there. And our second to last card, we got Alexander Texier for Columbus with the white rainbow. Back looks good. Columbus going to Zach Finn. Texier white rainbow. And last card of this pack, we got Dylan Larkin for Detroit. Larkin for the Red Wings. All right, we got Matthew Tkachuk for Calgary. Mikko Rantanen for Colorado. Billy Hanola for Winnipeg, top 50, insert. Green Courts here of Guillaume Brisebois. Nice looking card for Vancouver. And Courts. If you guys peek and see what's next, is out of 99, 49 of 99 for Guillaume Brisebois. I'll give him the focus here. 49 of 99 for Brisebois and Vancouver with the green Courts. Very cool card. Next up, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Joel Esperance. If you guys were watching hockey last night, I know it was on very late, West Coast game. Down by 3 late in the third period. He scored 4 goals all by himself, shorthanded, uphill both ways. The man, the myth, the legend, going to Dallas, Mr. Joel Esperance. And last card of this pack, for the Tuxedo Chickens, we have Sidney Crosby. Yeah, welcome back. That is like, it's been a long time since we've had a Lesby card. Maybe we'll see him in SPA tonight with the autograph. A little feature watch auto patch. That'd be cool. All right, we got Tyler Seguin for Dallas. Matthew Dumba for Minnesota. Winter storm warning for Brady Tkachuk and Ottawa. Brady in the Sens with the winter storm warning. Oh, my white rainbow of Brock Besser in Vancouver. Brock Besser and the Canucks. Rainbow. That looks good. And our final 2 cards for Allure, we have Brady Tkachuk for Ottawa and Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. Draisaitl and Tkachuk as our last 2. Like I said, we'll do SPA first, save Ultimate, then the jersey. So here's our box of SPA. Hopefully a hot box full of autos here would be nice. There's our barcode 1, barcode 2. Adam, that could be the COVID medicine you're on. Seal in the front. But man, I mean, I would break Allure all day. It's a fun little product. The cards are nice. There's our stature paperwork. Dramatic. Box. We are going to shuffle them because we know usually where the auto is, it seems. Haven't broke so many of these. Or at least where the one auto usually sits. 5. There you go. All right. Only thing I really need from SPA is the Elvis Acetate Young Gun. That'd be a nice one. Well, we're starting with Columbus for you, at least Zach. Pierre-Luc Dubois. By Dougie Hamilton for Carolina. Series 2 insert here of Connor Brown with Ottawa. First slug of the night. We got Sebastian Aho for the bunch of jerks down in Raleigh, and Sean Moynihan for Calgary. Aho and Moynihan. Next up, Mitch Marner for Toronto. Bo Horvat for Vancouver. We have an authentic moment here of Ryan Poling for Montreal. We read them all. We'll look at it real fast. Not going to read it. He did good things that night. You got Draisaitl for the Oilers, and followed by Matthew Dumba for the Wild as the last 2. Draisaitl and Dumba. The last 2 cards there. Yeah, we did cases of Allure. Cases and cases. Where the love for Joel started back in January of this year. I got Matthew Tkachuk for Calgary. Steven Stamkos for Tampa. Limited here of Mitch Marner for the Leafs. Marner for the Leafs. How about Eric Stahl for the Wild? Marc-Andre Fleury for Vegas. Stahl and Fleury. All right, we got Dylan Larkin for Detroit. Connor McDavid for Oilers. SP Essentials of Marc-Andre Fleury for the Knights. Glenn, yes, they are. Yes, they are. I think they have some Fanatic brand jerseys, so those are not, but they do have Reebok, Adidas. I know they're one for jersey, I think says Champs on it, but I think that might have been a Fanatics jersey. Some of the ones that have like lots of signatures on them are a Fanatics brand, but the other ones are Reebok, Adidas, and there's one more brand that I'm forgetting. But yes, that's your question. No, they're definitely not the bootleg ones. You got Verona here for the Caps and Sergei Bobrovsky for the Panthers, the last two here. Yeah, Gold Rush doesn't have any kind of deals with the league, so those are the ones that have the colors are just a hair off, or it'll be the Columbi teal Blazers instead of the Blue Jackets. All right, we got Grubauer for Colorado. Followed by Morgan Riley for the Leafs. If you guys go way back in the chat, I put the list in there that had all the jerseys, and it has what brand they are too. You'd have to scroll back till like probably earlier in the week at some point. Alec Martinez for the Knights with the Series 2 insert here. Got our slug. Holy, I just nunchucked that red rainbow autograph there. Just threw it like a shooting star, or a throwing star. So that was our slug that I threw. Followed by Zach Werenski for Columbus. And Cam Atkinson for Columbus. Back-to-back Blue Jackets. If you're playing along at home, that would be drink number 2. Yeah, starter might have been the other one. I don't remember reading starter, but I'm not saying it. It wasn't there. Could have been. Jacob Trouba for New York. Matthew Barzal for the other New York team. So not back-to-back, but same state. Series 2 insert for Pasta and the Bruins. Then we have Joe Thornton for the Sharks and Artemi Panarin for the Rangers. Panarin and Thornton. Amy, you're right. Knock over my Stanley Cup of beer. Would have been bad. Next up, Erik Karlsson for San Jose. Glenn, I had a starter Timberwolves coat that was like 3/4 length that went down to my thighs. And I thought, like, that was, who'd they have? Christian Laettner back then. And then all my friends made fun of me for having a Timberwolves jacket. Stone for Vegas, even though it's still starter. Philip Grubauer for Colorado with the limited. And it was totally teal with their colors back then. So Grubauer with the limited insert here for Colorado. Got our slug. Mikko Rantanen for Colorado. That's back-to-back Avalanche. Drink number 3 if you're playing along at home. And Victor Arvidsson for Nashville. All right. Should be getting into the autos any second now, hopefully. First up, Mark Scheifele for the Jets. Carter Hart for the Flyers. And here we go. Feature Watch auto of Eetu Luostarinen for Carolina. So going to the Hurricanes, which is Birdman with the random team there. 850 of 999 for Eetu Luostarinen for Carolina. Get him in the top loader here. Put him out in the field. Do our auto horns for Birdman and Eetu. Glenn, yes. Glenn with a Popeye reference there, I think. Wilson for the Caps and Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. These are the last two, Wilson and Connor Hellebuck. Next up, we have Jonathan Marchessault for Vegas. Mikael Granlund for Nashville. Authentic moment here of Ovi for the Caps. And the league named him the best player ever. Slug. Alex DeBrincat for Chicago. And our last card of this pack, we have Oscar Kleckboom for the Oilers. DeBrincat and Kleckboom. I got Claude Giroux for the Flyers. Taylor Hall for Jersey. Bo Horvat with the limited insert here for Vancouver. Patrick Kane for Chicago, and Anders Lee for the Islanders. The last two, Kane and Anders Lee. Let's get another auto. Come on now. All right, Rickard Rakell for the Ducks. Andrei Vasilevsky for the Lightning. Young gun here of Adam Johnson for Pittsburgh. Johnson for Pittsburgh. Going to Dave Jacque. Brad Marchand for Boston. And Blake Wheeler for the Jets as our last two. Marchand and Blake Wheeler. I'll get Duncan Keith for Chicago. Seth Jones for the Blue Jackets. Spectrum FX level 1, Blake Lizotte for LA. Cool rainbow foil there for Blake and the Kings. Braden Point for Tampa Bay, and Timo Teravainen for the Hurricanes, the last two. Teravainen and Point. Next up, Logan Couture for the Sharks. Miro Heiskanen for Dallas. Next auto, Future Watch, Nick Suzuki for Montreal. Nick Suzuki for the Canadiens. Going to Aaron Kornacki. Nice auto here for you, Aaron. 176 out of 999. 176 out of 999. So 2 Future Watch autos so far. Nice little card there. Put them out here. The auto horns for Aaron and Nick. Have our slug. Alex Tuck for Vegas and William Karlsson for Vegas. Those are the last two. Tuck and Karlsson. You're playing along at home. I think that's number 3, maybe 4. Upper Deck's playing along tonight. Next up, Jack Eichel for Buffalo. Ben Bishop for the Stars. Draisaitl for the Oilers with the SP Essentials. Elias Pettersson for Vancouver, and Mr. Jeff Skinner for Buffalo. Skinner and Pettersson, the last two. So we got 4 packs left of SPA. In our box of Ultimate and the Fanatics autographed jersey. Sid the Kid for Pittsburgh. Get him to focus here. Doesn't want to focus. There we go. It's Crosby for the Penguins. Jonathan Toews for Chicago. Authentic moment here of Connor McDavid and the Oilers. A little bit rough on that top part there. You can kind of see there. A little bit rough, not too bad. Ovi for the Caps and Clayton Keller for Desert Puppies. Clayton Keller and Ovechkin, his last two. We got Jake Gensel for Pittsburgh. Dylan Strome for Chicago. All-star variation here of Johnny Hockey in Calgary. And Johnny Hockey dazzles with slick stick handling according to the card. Got our slug. Brock Besser for Vancouver and Jonathan Tavares for Toronto as our last two. Besser and Tavares. And 2 packs left. Have Carey Price for Montreal. Jake DeBrusk for Boston. Spectrum FX of Drew Doughty and LA Kings. Doughty in LA. Ryan O'Reilly for the Blues. And Tyler Bertuzzi for Detroit. O'Reilly and Bertuzzi is the last two. And last pack of SPA, we have Anthony Mantha for Detroit. Getting Malkin for Tuxedo Chickens. For the Caps, SP Essential for John Carlson. Yeah, it's random enough, Bird. We can do it. I'll tell you when. Carlson for Essentials. SP Essentials there. And last two cards, we got Phil Kessel for the Coyotes and Torrey Krug for Boston. Kessel and Krug is the last two. Give me just a second here. So Birdman requested it. Let's see here. Let's do it. First auto for Ultimate. Give you guys a minute here. I'll move some cards. You can join the prestigious plaque of Hall of Famers. Birdman says Connor. Zach says Elvis. DZ says Sid the Kid. Sandine for Foxy. Brian DeMarco says Adam Fox. Jason says Texier. Watching on Twitter, I think, or he gave me a Twitter guess. Alexander Texier. Amy says Pedersen. Now this is Tom Wilson. All right. And Glenn coming in with Johnny Hockey at the end there. Close him down. All right. Put the slugs down here. Just then on the mat. Boom. Our box Ultimate here. Barcode 1. Barcode 2. Seal here. Empty box. We will get our favorite Pokemon to help us out here. You guys don't cheat. Zigzazoons coming in. Wrapper. All right, first card up out of Ultimate, we have Riley Stillman, 263 of 399 for Florida, the Swamp Kitties. 263 of 399 going to Birdman. Nice looking card there with that red patch. Again, 263 of 399 for Stillman and the Panthers. Next up, we have debut thread of Noah Dobson for the Islanders. The nice three-colored patch there. Nice big auto. 58 of 99. 58 of 99 going to Amy. Get him into focus here. So Noah Dobson. Nice jersey seam there. Throw it out here. Hit the auto horns for Amy Noah. Nice Dobson there for you. Glenn, you know who Zach has. Zach's got Columbus. Pretty much a given every time. Next up for the Flyers, German Rustov. Let me get him to focus here. He wants to come into focus, which he does not. There we go. So German Rustov for the Ultimate Rookie Autograph. 256 of 299. 256 of 299 going to Brian Pettigo. Congrats, Brian. We'll do our auto horns for Brian and Mr. Rustov. Friend Mike, his wife Erin gave birth to a baby boy on the 18th. The child is named after Anthony Bevier. His first name is Bo. Nice. Okay, my computer. On my computer, my kids are still awake with me. It's all right, Matt. And our last card, Ultimate Introduction. I love these cards. They're so cool looking. And that logo looks ridiculous. Of Mr. Quinn Hughes for Vancouver. The Ultimate Introduction Showcase. Just an awesome card. Very cool in here. And Canucks going to Bryce Charney. It's almost like a printing plate, but clearly it's not. But just the coloring and how they do the effects on it, just awesome. So nice one there, Quinn for you, Bryce. Nice also that we had a box of Ultimate that wasn't damaged. I don't think our last one was either. First couple were, and then last few were not. A very cool card for you, Bryce. Don't believe it's numbered. There's the back there. What a nice one. So I'm going to move the auto cards here now, make way for the jersey box. See what we can do for the jersey. Move these slugs out of the way. So Fanatics has one seal on the front, and it's their white logo you can see there. we will come under here and cut it. And let's see who we get. It is going to be for, looks like the Ducks, Mr. Gibson. That's who I am going with. Yep. Mr. John Gibson for the Ducks. See the Fanatics logo there, the numbers, his name there. That's a nice jersey. Mr. Gibson. Nice big auto there on the 36. And the Ducks. Who had the Ducks? Anders Kursar with his second break with us. So congrats, Anders. Nice one for you, Anders, grabbing the John Gibson there. Sweet orange colors and blacks. And so, Glenn, you were asking about the Authentics. There's Fanatics little thing, but you can tell it's an actual jersey there. Unlike this would be like bright gold or like off red for the for the Gold Rush ones. But sweet jersey for you, bud. Anders. Nice way to end it for this break 123. We will do a very quick, let's do about a 5-minute break so I can get some more supplies and move these cards all the way up to the side, set up break 128. We've got a couple of randoms with that one as well. We've got the 2 Razzes, and then we'll have to do the random 6 teams as well. So we'll take a quick break here. Feed's going to stay live, obviously. We will go 5 minutes here on my phone. And then we will start going. I'm also going to drop the other 2 breaks. Check that out. So I'm doing that right now. And those breaks should be live. $125 is now live, and we are going for $127. And boom. So both 125 and 127 should be live on the website right now. And again, if you're wondering, 125 is $40. That's another Fanatics jersey, 2 boxes of SPA and 2 boxes of Chronology. 127 is 1 Fanatics jersey, 2 Leaf Lumber Kings, and 3 boxes of Chronology. And that one's $47. So they are up and active. And I'm going to get some supplies here and be right back. 128 over. That's fine. Just a second here. About a minute left. We will get started on 128. Here. I figured we'd end with buyback as we normally do. Kind of go in this order. MVP first, then Allure, then Leaf, then SPA, and end with our buyback card there. We will have a few randoms we have to do. Yeah, sure thing, Dave. I can get you some slugs. Just write that on my sticky. Bird slugs. All right, so for 128, we have 2 Razes, and then we have to put the Raz winners up into like our main column for the 6 teams that are going to be random. So a little bit of admin work on the start here, which is all good because I already got it preloaded. Hopefully you guys can see it there. And I probably misspelled some names, so I'm sorry about that. I was typing fast before the break. But this one here is our first Raz, which was the Blue Jackets, Coyotes, Flames, and Panthers. 10 folks are in it, and the top 4 will get the teams in that order. So 1 will get Columbus, 2 will get the Yotes, 3 will get the Flames, 4 will get the Panthers. So we'll do it 6 times. Good luck, everyone, for the first Raz here. And there's twice, 3, 4, 5. This time counts. All right, so Dave Jockey will get Columbus. Andy Green, Dave's friend, gets the Coyotes. Number 3 is Matt Dreyer with the Flames. And number 4 is Birdman. Number 4 is David Bird. So again, Jockey gets the Coyotes. Andy Green gets the Yotes. I'm sorry, Dave Jockey gets Columbus. Andy gets the Coyotes. Matt Dreyer gets the Flames. And David Bird gets the Panthers. So move on to our second Raz here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sure we got all the names here. We got 2 for Aaron. Oh, there we go. Yep, all 10. So this one was for the Islanders, Stars, Caps, and Wild in that order. So top 4 will get Islanders first, Dallas, Caps, and Minnesota. So good luck, everyone. We'll do it 6 times. There's once, twice, 3, 4, 5. This next one counts. And we have Brian Pettigo with the Islanders. 2 is Aaron Kornacki with the Stars. 3 is Robert Valentin with my Capitals. And now your Capitals. And last one is Dave Jockey with the Wild. That's kind of fitting since Dave's up there in the state of hockey. So congrats, guys. Again, Brian gets the Islanders. Aaron Kornacki gets the Stars. Robert Valentin gets the caps, and DZ gets the wild. So we have one more random to do, but really quick now, I need to add our winners there to this list. So they're in the running for the 6 random teams. And that would be Dave Jockey, Andy Green, Matt Dreyer, David Bird. And from Raz 2, it was Brian, Aaron Kornacki, Robert Valentin, and Dave. All right. Now, this will be the for the 6 random teams, which were the Senators, Canes, Sabres, Jets, Preds, and Sharks in that order. So once we hit the 6th time, top 6 will get one of those 6 random teams. So here we go. 4, 5. And next one counts. We have Dave Jockey in the number 1 and 2 spot. Congrats, Dave, there off the bat. Then Bird for the Sabres. Matt Dreyer with the Jets. Alexander Khalifa with the Predators. And with the Sharks, we have Birdman. All right. So, a little admin heavy there, but we are done now. I'll go over the teams real fast. Sharks, Birdman, Preds, Alex Khalifa, Jets, Matt Dreyer, Birdman with the Sabres, Dave Jockey with the Canes and Sens. Then we have Richard Hetwer with the Blues, Brian Pettigo with the Avs, Gregory Rick with the Penguins, A-Rod with the Kings and Rangers, Caleb Lindy with the Blackhawks and Oilers, Tim Ahern with the Lightning, Nicole Wright with the Leafs, Alexander Khalifa with the Ducks, Matty D with the Red Wings and Knights, Birdman with Canucks, Devils, Canadians, and Bruins, and Nathan Selly with the Flyers. So that is our 128 lineup right there. So good luck, everyone, here in this one. Hopefully pull some fire here. We're going to start with MVP, as it'll take the longest, as we all know. Hopefully get a printing plate or a 1 of 1. That'd be cool too. Barcode there. Barcode. Or the even rarer autograph and MVP. Paperwork. We'll go through MVP as quickly as we can. All right. Good luck, everyone, here in 128. We'll do our Hall of Fame guesses for the Allure box and for the box of Buyback. All right, first up, Rickard Rakell for the Ducks. Alec Martinez for the Knights. Shea Weber for Montreal. Kiefer Bellows with the Silver Script for the Islanders. Birdman. You have Sabres, Bruins, Canucks, Devils, Canadians. And from the Raz, you got the Panthers. Yes, correct, Birdman. Here we have a first star. Not bad. Fresh out the gate. Max Pacioretty here, 5 of 25. So short print Max for Vegas. Five of 25 here. I grabbed the wrong sleeve. I did. Me. The right penny sleeve there. There we go. VGK going to Matt Dreyer. 5 of 25 for Max Pacioretty. Nice short print there for you. It'll get into focus. There you go. Then we have Colton Periaco for the Blues, Semyon Varlamov for the Islanders, and Travis Konecki for the Flyers. Next up, Alexander Barkov for Florida, Jacob Silfverberg for the Ducks, Brian Rust for Pittsburgh. We have a third-star MVP prospect here of Martin Kaut for Avalanche. Martin Kaut for Colorado. Corey Crawford puzzle piece with Connor on the back. Crawford for Chicago. Blake Wheeler for the Jets. Tyler Bertuzzi for Detroit. And Patrick Hornquist for the Penguins. Braden Shen for St. Louis. Brandon Sutter for Vancouver. Brendan Gallagher for Montreal. Andrei Chibisov for Winnipeg. Mirror for Nathan McKinnon with the variation here of young Nathan McKinnon and old Nathan McKinnon. Or older, I wouldn't say old. So McKinnon there. Kyle Palmieri for New Jersey. Chris Kreider for the Rangers. And Jack Hughes for the Devils. All right, Eunice Corpusalo for Columbus. Alexander Steen for St. Louis. Dustin Brown for LA. Josh Bailey for the Islanders. Alexander True for the Sharks. Tyler Johnson for Tampa. Henrik Lundqvist for New York. And Timo Teravainen for the Carolina Hurricanes. Next up, we have Jake Muzzin for Toronto. Muzzin for the Leafs. Chris Tang for Pittsburgh. Alex Pietrangelo for the Blues. Claude Giroux for the Flyers. Bob for the Swamp Kitties. Tom Wilson for the Caps. Anthony Duclair for Ottawa. And Torrey Krug for Boston is the last two. Duclair and Krug. Next up, Jacob Markstrom for Vancouver. Eric Gustafsson for Calgary. Jake Gensel for Pittsburgh. Puzzle piece, Jacob Silfverberg for the Ducks. And somebody with a B in their first name. Looks like from the Sharks on the shorts there. There's an S and a J. So I'm sure it's Brent Burns for the Sharks. But Silfverberg there for the Ducks. Frederick Anderson for Toronto. Morgan Riley for Toronto. Back-to-back Leafs. That's a drink if you're playing along at home. Pasta for the Bruins. And David Perron for St. Louis. Pasta and Perron is the last two there. Let's say that's our fifth. Next up, Mike Smith for Edmonton. Sebastian Aho for a bunch of jerks down in Raleigh. Brock Nelson for the Islanders. Anders Lee for the Islanders. Back-to-back Islanders. Drinking in if you're still doing it. Yanni Hakapana. This guy for the Ducks. Yanni Hakanpää for Anaheim. Miro Heiskanen for the Stars. Anthony Bevier for the Islanders. Glenn's little story a few minutes ago. And Shea Theodore for the Knights. That's our last two. Next up, we have Pekka Rinne for Nashville. Elias Lindholm for Calgary. Mr. Ryan Suter for Minnesota. Dougie Hamilton with the silver script for the Carolina Hurricanes. Alexander Yellison for Calgary. Alexander Radulov for Dallas. Andrei Kopitar for LA. And we have Max Pacioretty for Vegas as the last two. Pacioretty and Kopitar. Next up, Craig Anderson for Ottawa. Mikko Rantanen for Colorado. Victor Hedman for Tampa. We have a high speed here of Jack Eichel for Buffalo. Fun little insert. So Eichel high speed there for Sabres. Jeff Carter for LA with the puzzle piece. Mark Scheifele on the back for Winnipeg. Ryan Johansson for Nashville. Andreas Antasau for Edmonton. And Evgeny Dadonov for Florida. Next up, Kyle Connor for Winnipeg. Carter Hart for the Flyers. Keith Yandel for the Swamp Kitties. Silver script here of Drew Doughty in LA. Mirror here of Mr. Brett Burns. Not the variation, but still 2 beards for the price of 1. Burns in the Sharks. Connor Hellebuck for Winnipeg. Nicky B for the Caps. Pierre Dubois for Columbus. We got Taylor Hall for Desert Dogs. Ryan Ellis for Nashville. Also a nice beard there. He's rocking that one. So Ellis for Nashville. Linus Ullmark for Buffalo. Jonathan Tavares for the Leafs. Another mirror here of Alexander Barkov for Swamp Kitties. Barkov for the Panthers. Tyler Seguin for Dallas. Parise for Minnesota. And Darcy Kemper for the Desert Dogs. Parise and Kemper. Nick Foligno for Columbus. Oscar Kleckboom for the Oilers. Marcia So for Vegas. Kevin LeBlanc for the Sharks. Jonathan Toews for Chicago. Jonesy for Columbus. Ivan Provorov for the Flyers. Jonathan Huberdeau for the Swamp Kitties. Tuca for Boston. Tristan Yari for Penguins. Drew Doughty for the Kings. Dougie Hamilton for the bunch of jerks. Brian Rust for Pittsburgh puzzle piece. And it's Sidney Crosby's glove right there. I'm sure it's Crosby. So Brian Rust with Crosby on the back. Thomas Chabot for Ottawa. Nick Suzuki for Montreal. And Braden Point for Tampa. Those last two. And 3-5. Looks like 7 packs left. So look, going a little bit fast here. We'll slow it back down for Allure. TJ Oshie for the Caps. Marcus Sorensen for the Sharks. Nino Niederreiter for Hurricanes. Third star here of Blake Wheeler and the Jets. Silver script of Kyle Yamamoto for the Oilers. Patrick Marleau for the Sharks. Cap killer Mika Zibanejad for the Rangers. And Adam Henrique for the Ducks. Caps probably look at that game against the Rangers, and that's COVID for them, getting put a 5 spot on by one player. Ekman Larson for Phoenix. Quick for LA. Getzlaff for the Ducks. Rocking a nice mustache there. Not quite as good as AM34s. Maybe one day. Timothy Liljegren for Toronto. Timo Meier for the Sharks. Jacob Vrana for Washington. And last two, we got Artem Anisimov for Ottawa. And we have Zach Werenski for the Blue Jackets. Also rocking a mustache there. Not too bad either for Zach. Foxy, I cannot do the break after dark tonight. There's our girl right there. She's checking out Kucherov. We're checking out her all by herself. And she's got her own puzzle piece. So Kucherov for the Lightning. Gabriel Landeskog for Colorado. Kasperi Kapanen for Toronto. Somebody should track her down and be like, you've got your own card. Puzzle piece card. She'd probably be excited about it. Kapanen for the Leafs. Jason Robertson for the Stars. Victor Hedman for Tampa with a 3rd star here. Jimmy Benn for Dallas. Nick Leddy for the Islanders and Matt Duchene for Nashville. Leddy and Duchene is the last two. And down to 4 packs left of MVP. Jesper Bratt for Jersey. Nate Smith for Vegas. Mark Stone for Vegas. Back-to-back nights. Probably drink number 6, I would imagine. Dylan Larkin for Detroit. The Brinkat for the Blackhawks. Vladimir Tarasenko for St. Louis. PK for the Devils. And Darnell Nurse for Edmonton. The last two. Yeah, I bet that woman has no idea that she's on the back of a card. And she's got the whole card to herself. We should find her. She could be our next Joel Esperance. All right, John Klingberg for the Stars. Josh Morrissey for Winnipeg. Grooves for Colorado. Jake Evans for Montreal. 3rd star here of Jordan Binnington for the Blues. Ovi for the Caps. Checklist card. Brian Little for Winnipeg. And Ben Bishop for the Stars is the last card. Two packs left. Charlie Coyle for Boston. Get him into focus here. There you go. Alexander Edler for Vancouver. Jeff Skinner for Buffalo. Eunice Corposalo for Columbus, puzzle piece. And Vancouver on the front, I'm guessing probably Pedersen. Second guess would be Besser, but I'm going to go with Pedersen on that one with a nice logo there. So Eunice Corposalo there. We have an MVP prospect for Columbus, Liam Foudy, 65 out of 100. 65 out of 100 here for Foudy and Columbus. Columbus going to DZ. So two numbered cards. That was the second star, by the way. MVP prospect with 2 stars. Pulled that. It was like almost one of the first cards. The pack already out of 25. 1 star. Clayton Keller for Desert Dogs. Capo Caco for the Rangers. And Roman Yossi for Nashville. So last 2. Last pack of MVP. Think about your Hall of Fame guesses. We'll do it again for Allure once we're ready to that box. Don't guess yet. I'll tell you when. Patrick Laine for Winnipeg. Marcus Johansson for Buffalo. Forsberg for Nashville. And we have for Calgary, Eric Gustafsson, 121 of 250. 121 of 250. For Gustafsson and the Flames. Cool card. Andre Vasilevsky with the silver script. Zach Hyman for Toronto. Matthew Tkachuk for Calgary. And our last card, we got Jacob Slavin for the Hurricanes. So that is the box of MVP. And we'll do our Hall of Fame guesses for the first auto out of Allure. Probably the only auto for that box. Get your guesses in. All right, Birdman says Kel McCarr. Jockey says Nick Suzuki. Waiting for some guesses here. I'm going to open a box of top loaders. Foxy goes with Rem Pitlick. And just open one more thing here real fast, and we'll get into it. Glenn says Tebow. Philip Myers for Scott. Philip Myers and the Flyers. Good guess as any. And we'll do guesses closed. All right. See who we can pull down on the Allure. Barcode there. And a barcode on the bottom. And our tape on the sides. Packs into box. All right. See what we can do. We'll do one more Hall of Fame guess for the buyback, the last box of the break. First up, we have Texier for Columbus. Adams probably have another Allure flashback. We got Cody Glass top 50 for Vegas. Carl Runston for the LA Kings. Nice big black jersey there. Ooh, what happened there? There we go. So Brunson with the Kings jersey there. How about Nico Sturm from Minnesota? And Victor Olofsson for Buffalo. PK for the Devils. Johnny Hockey for Calgary. Rudolph Balcers for Ottawa. A little variation there with no little horizontal lines on the side. Red Rainbow here of Kirby Dack and Chicago. Dack and the Blackhawks. Watch, here comes the Joel. I'm going to go for the SPA box, Birdman. Yeah. All right, Kessel for the Coyotes. And Jake Insel for the Penguins. Yeah, he'll probably hit. The contest is over. Or once we get into next year's products, he'll be in that. Or we still have, like, if we start doing, next year's product and like last year's products, we'll find them. Nico Hischier for the Devils. Barry Hayden for the Coyotes. Joey Decord for the Ottawa Senators, top 50. White Rainbow here of Henrik Lundqvist. And New York. Really do hope the Caps keep them. Maybe coaching spot or goalie coach. Oops, nailed the camera there. So Lundqvist for the Rangers. Oh, and Nikita Gusev for the Devs, and Alexander Barkov for the Panthers. Gusev and the Barkov. Next up, Anthony Mantha for Detroit. Matt Duchene for Nashville. Winter storm warning for Patrick Laine and Winnipeg Jets. Nobody look at that card. Patrick Laine for the Jets. Winter storm warning. I can tell you who it's going to. Matt Driver. So Patrick Laine here with the Jets. And our auto here. We have blue line auto of Jimmy Schultz for Vegas. Nice that you can actually make out his name too. So Jimmy Schultz and VGK. Foxy. All right, this is a 4 out of 35 for the blue line auto for Matt Dreyer. 435 for Jimmy, road manager for Mr. White Cloud and his traveling band. Put him out here. Do the auto horns for Jimmy and Matt Dreyer. All right, we got Ben Bishop for Dallas. And Cam Atkinson for Columbus, the last two. Man, that'd be nice, Birdman. I don't know if we've ever seen it before. Got Jack Eichel for Buffalo. Top 50 of Zach Senchwin in Boston. White Rainbow of Mark Giordano in Calgary. Yeah, dropping top loaders everywhere. So Giordano in Calgary. Jack Hughes for Jersey. Seth Jones for Columbus. And Adam Fox for the Rangers. All right, Eric Brandstrom for Ottawa. Nathan Bastian for Jersey. Kirby Dack for Chicago. Blake Lizotte for LA. Red Rainbow here of Zach Senchwin and Boston. The back looks good. Back's right. And last card, Nick Suzuki for Montreal. All right, I got Kel Fleury for Montreal. Philip Zadina for Detroit. Oliver Wahlstrom for the Islanders, top 50. We have a pewter here of Andrei Vasilevsky. Cool card. Little disco ball action in the background there. We didn't pull very many pewters when we were doing all the cases. I think we've started doing the individual boxes and they came up more often. Twice the cases. Hey, what's going on, Matt? Matt, you just got this auto here of Mr. Jimmy Schultz. Blue line auto out of 35. Number 4 of 35. And is 4 also his jersey number? I think it is. That's an eBay 1 of 1. I think it is 4 is his jersey number. I didn't even notice that the first time around. So eBay 1 of 1 right there for you. And the pewter Andrei Vasilevsky, non-numbered, but still a cool card. The little disco action. Carson Kuhlman for Boston and Philip Myers in the Flyers. Those are the last 2. And down to our last pack of Allure. Got Trent Frederick for Boston. Seems like a lot of Boston cards in this box. Marc-Andre Fleury for VGK. Cody Glass for VGK. Back-to-back nights. That's drink number 7 or 8, I would imagine. Lost count. Back-to-back nights. 3 in a row. Matt, get you a lottery ticket. 3 Vegas nights in a row. This one being a White Rainbow. That's a double drink. No skipsies. Now we're floating around 10 somewhere. This was Scrabble. You just used all your pieces and got the 50 points. So Jimmy Schultz, White Rainbow, non-numbered. Back looks good. Followed by Ilya Mikheyev for the Leafs and Dylan Larkin for Detroit as our last 2 in Allure. So ended on a triple Vegas action there. Let me grab a sticky note real fast. Like to have stickies ready for the Lumber Kings, since we usually have the randoms for them. As you can see, here's our box. And one of those stick cards would be nice right there. Berdua and Belfour. That'd be absurd pulling them. or a three-way auto of Glenn Hall, Bobby Hull, and Tony Esposito. That'd also be awesome. All right, so flip it over real fast. There's our barcode. There's our two seals. Yeah, Bird, we had that Gee printing plate plus the Gee 1 of 1. Yeah. And I don't think it was the same box. I think it's two different boxes in the same break. All right, just put these here real fast. And you can see them. Empty box. Well, the first one's going to be a random just because he played on 3 teams. And they don't have rights to his name or jersey or anything like that. Let me open them up here. Pull these out. Put them there. 50 hat tricks. Very first card out of 6. A great one. So Gretzky, and like I said, they don't have rights to his likenesses for his picture, obviously jerseys. So I think we have to go 3 teams, I would imagine. There's any better way to do it. 4 teams, I'm sorry. I always forget about the Blues. We'll do Wayne here at the end. Yeah, Dave, Foxy got them for me. I always forget about them. Wrong sleeve there. Just a second. So Blues is Richie. Rangers is A-Rod. Who has the Oilers? Is Caleb Lindy. And who am I forgetting? The LA was A-Rod. So A-Rod's got 2 of the spots. Rangers is more forgettable than St. Louis? Yeah. All right, so we'll get that one at the end. End of the break. Put him there so I don't forget. And real quick, obviously New York Rangers, St. Louis Blues, Edmonton, and LA, and check mark. Put that in there. All right. Next up we have, this one's going to be a fun one. Sunrise and Sunset from 1973 to 74. We have Bird Salming, Glenn Resch, Tim Horton, Frank Malkovich, Dennis Potvin, Lanny McDonald, Alex Delvecchio, and Jacques Lapierre. I know Potvin's Islanders, Lenny's Red Wings, Delvecchio was all day Red Wings, and Lapierre, I'm not sure. We will need some help with that one, Foxy. Again, Borg Salming, Glenn Resch, Tim Horton, Frank Malkovich, Potvin, Lanny McDonald, Alex Delvecchio, and Jacques Lapierre. I think Delvecchio, if I remember right, was the longest Red Wing in the history of the Red Wings organization. So his whole career he played there, and then he coached there and never left coaching there. So he only coached the Red Wings. And he did a long time there. All right, Foxy's already on top of this. So we have Leafs ×2. Then we have Islanders for Potvin. Then we got Flames. Oh, Flames, yeah, I kept thinking Detroit, but Flames for Lanny, that's right. Red Wings for Alex D. And we got Jacques Lapierre, I think was the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get there in a second. you don't mind, keep them coming there. Foxy, I'll see him. Next up, we have game used goalie lumber for Nikolai Kabibolin, 4 of 20. Nikolai Kabibolin. Nice one there for Nikolai. Put him in his sleeve. And I got to get my larger slugs here. Larger slugs, larger top loader, I should say. Tampa on Nikolai. And Bird thinks he also played for the Bruins, but I think we're going off the jersey there for that one because the jersey's definitely a blue color and the blue stick. We can look at that one later as well. And last card, also two-way card, dual. We're going back in time here. Blades of Glory, 2 of 3 for Ken Dryden and Gump Worsley. Nice big card here. Again, it's Gump Worsley and Ken Dryden. 2 different pieces of stick there. Nicole, you are right, but he's clearly in his red jersey there for Calgary. I can make him non-blurry. Calgary colors there. Bright red. So Worsley here and Ken Dryden. Dryden, Montreal, Worsley's Rangers. That'll be an easy one for later. In fact, we can do that one right now. Let's see, Dryden, Montreal, and Worsley's Rangers. So what we're going to do for this one, we'll do the quick dice roll real fast. It's only 2 teams. So 1 through 3 will be Dryden. 4, 5, 6 will be Worsley. We'll do 1 roll of dice. 1 through 3 will be Dryden. 4, 5, 6 will be Worsley. And it is a 4 spot. So it is going to Gump Worsley and the New York Rangers. Make that one super easy. And boom, Tampa Bay. All right. That's the only bad thing about Leaf. Cool cards, just 87 players on them. All right, so we'll get back to those 2 that we have at the end of the night. And SP here. There's our barcode. Barcode. Paperwork for stature. We'll keep them in their stacks this time around and see if it holds true for the autograph location, which should be this pack right here on the right. For at least one. And then with David Arthur, yeah. All right, first up, we have Sid the Kid for Tuxedo Chickens. Jonathan Tays for Chicago. Joel Edmondson with the Series 2 insert. Series 2 update. Ovi for the Caps. And last card, Clayton Keller for Coyotes. Keller and Ovechkin. Next up, we got Drew Doughty for LA. Oliver Yorkstrand for Columbus. Linus Ullmark for Boston. Got our slug. John Gibson for the Ducks. Had his autographed jersey in that first break. And Matt Murray for the Penguins, as the last two. Gibson and Murray. I've got Jacob Trouba for the Rangers. Matthew Barzal for the Islanders. For the Canucks, we have Elias Pettersson, Spectrum FX. We have Joe Thornton for Sharks. And Artemi Panarin for the Rangers. All right, Chico, Reese. All right, we'll look. All right, Jake Gensel for Pittsburgh. Dylan Strome for the Blackhawks. Jonathan Marchessault with a limited insert. Yeah, Foxy, once we get toward the end, if you don't mind cutting and pasting that and bringing it back down to the bottom, because we'll do the guesses for the buyback. So I'm sure everything you did is going to be way up top and off my screen. But no rush, because we'll do it all the way at the end. Besser for Vancouver and Tavares for Toronto as our last two. We got Dylan Larkin for Detroit. Connor McDavid for Edmonton. SP Essentials here, Matthew Tkachuk for Calgary. Jacob Vrana for Washington. And we got Bob for the Swamp Kitties. Thomas Hurdle for the Sharks. Rasmus Dahlin for Buffalo. Fennec moment here of Sid the Kid. Vincent Trocheck for Florida. And we have Kyle Turris for Nashville. Trocheck and Turris. The last two there. Next up, Claude Giroux for the Flyers. Taylor Hall for the Devils. Series 2 update of Chandler Stevenson and Vegas. Got our slug. Patrick Kane for Chicago and Anders Lee for the Islanders. Those are the last two cards. See that mustache on the back right there? All right, Tuukka for Boston. Jonathan Drouin for Montreal. Limited insert for Taylor Hall and Jersey. Vladimir Tarasenko for the Blues. And there he is, Austin Matthews for Toronto. All right, Erik Karlsson for the Sharks. Mark Stone for Vegas. Level 1 Spectrum FX of Rem Pitlick and Nashville. Pitlick for the Preds. Mikko Rantanen for Colorado, and Victor Arvidsson for the Preds as well. Lundqvist for New York. PK for the Devils. Miro Heiskanen for the Stars, SP Essential. Got us a slug. Svechnikov for the Hurricanes. Thomas Chabot for Ottawa. Those the last two there. Well, we have a card in this one, not a slug. I'm pretty sure. Could be a slug. It's either a Future Watch auto patch or a slug. One of the two. But first up, we got Brent Burns for the Sharks. Barkov for the Panthers. It's definitely a card, not a slug. Barkov for the Panthers. Then we have a beautiful patch here. Alex DeBrincat out of 25, rookie review with that absurd Blackhawks patch there. What an awesome card. 2017 rookie review, 16 of 25 for DeBrincat and Chicago. Blackhawks going to Caleb Lindy. So congrats, Caleb. You see like the little stitching in the patch there too. That is awesome. And again, 16 to 25. Or to rank it. So, auto horns for Caleb and Alex. And last two cards, we got Joe Pavelski for the Stars and Roman Josi for Nashville. Pavelski and Josi. All right, we got Jonathan Marchessault for Vegas. Mikael Granlund for Nashville. Authentic moment here with Jack Hughes, where he sold his soul to the Devils. They should have used that. It would have been hilarious. DeBrincat for the Blackhawks and Oscar Klefbom for the Oilers is the last two. Slide 2, 4, 6 packs left. You have Anthony Mantha for Detroit. Evgeny Malkin for the Penguins. Braden Holtby for the Caps. There's Rob Skinner with the poke check save. You see the puck right on his shoulder there. Awesome photo. See his eyes there too. Do some really good goalie photos. So cool all-star insert there of Braden in the Caps. Phil Kessel for the Coyotes. And Torrey Krug for Boston, the last two. All right, Brady Tkachuk for Ottawa. John Klingberg for Dallas. Got a feature watch autograph of Mr. Giovanni Smith for the Red Wings. 981 of 999. Clearly just did the G and the S there. 981 of 999 for Giovanni Smith and Detroit. Matt, have you heard of this player? I don't think I've ever heard of the dude. I don't follow Detroit much, but so Giovanni Smith, 981 of 999 for Detroit and Matt Dreyer. Last two cards of this pack, we have Braden Shen for the Blues, Nathan McKinnon for the Avalanche. Yeah, he played quite a bit last year. Nice. All right, so I would have thought that autograph would have been in the right side, second from the bottom, which is this pack, and it totally feels like a slug. And there's a slug in here, so I was not right on this box. We got Ricard Raquel for the Ducks, Vasi for the Lightning, and for Tampa, back-to-back Lightning, Mitchell Stevens, Young Gun. Mitchell Stevens there. Got our slug, Brad Marchand for Boston, and Blake Wheeler for the Jets. Those are the last two. And down to 3 packs. Like I said, we'll do our final Hall of Fame guess of the night for the Buyback autograph. But I'll tell you when to guess here in a few minutes. Pierre-Luc Dubois for Columbus, Dougie Hamilton for Carolina. Authentic moment here of Nikita Kucherov in Tampa. Sebastian Aho for Carolina, and Sean Moynihan for Calgary is our last two. Moynihan and Aho. And down to our final two. Nico Hischier for the Devils, Jonathan Quick for the Kings, SP Essentials of Jesperi Kotkaniemi for Montreal, back-to-back Jesperi Kotkaniemi's, so that's back-to-back same team, back-to-back same player. That is a triple point score. And it would be 3 drinks if you're playing along at home. Upper Deck's trying to get us drunk. So back-to-back, Kotkaniemi is there for Montreal, followed by Jacob Slavin as the last card for Carolina. And down to our last pack of SPA, we have Mr. Jack Eichel for Buffalo. You see that card's a little banged up right there. Just notice that. A little rough right there on top. Actually, quite a bit. Kind of dog-eared there for Eichel on that one. Ben Bishop for the Stars. Limited of Claude Giroux and the Flyers. Pettersson for Vancouver. And Jeff Skinner for Buffalo as our last two. All right, so for our last time tonight, Hall of Fame guesses. Get them in. I'll give you guys a minute or so. I'll move some cards real fast. Bobby Orr for Birdman, Brett Burns for Jockey, Matthew Barzell for Glenn, Sean Moynihan for Foxy. I'm going with some buyback regulars there with Burnsy and Moynihan. We've seen Bobby Orr quite a few times too. Twice, I believe. Scott says Mark Messier. Man, that'd be nice. That'd be a sweet one, Scott. Bold Mark. All right, last call for guesses. If anybody else is out there wanting to put their name in the hat. Out there, Rob's got Ovi. Solid guess. That'd be cool to see. I think we pulled Ovi once or twice. Pulled Kuzi once for the Caps. Nicole says Sid the Kid. All right. And we will say guesses closed. All right. If you get it right, you will join the prestigious placard of our Hall of Fame guessers, which is guarded by the mustache of Austin Matthews. Again, our last entry in cursive, Matt Dreyer, two-time champ David Bird, and the OG Hall of Fame guesser, Robert Valentin. So let's see what we can pull here. I don't know if we pulled a Crosby. That'd be kind of a fun one. I think we've only pulled one Crosby autograph ever. There's our barcodes on the back. There's our two seals. All right. Let's see what we can get into here. So there's the empty or box top there. Trent Frederick out of 199. 191 of 199 for Trent Frederick. And Boston as the base card. Let's get to the main card here. This thing is thick. Let's see who we have. I think it's actually a dual autograph card. Let's see who it is. And it is Lanny McDonald on Toronto and Borge Salming for Toronto. That is a nice one. Going to Tim Ahern. Lanny and Borge. I think Nicole was just talking about Lanny on Toronto there, and there he is. And this is, you can barely see it, 22 of 25. 22 of 25. So nice card there. Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. Nicole has Toronto. I'm sorry if I didn't say that. Yeah, Nicole does have Toronto. My bad. Yes, Nicole Wright definitely does. I misread the name. Yeah, I'm sorry, Nicole. Yep, completely my bad. Read the wrong name there. Nicole does have Toronto. Awesome card. This is from 0910 Trilogy. There you can see the numbers at the top there on the backside a little better. 0910 Trilogy. Sweet dual auto there. Probably the card of the night right there. Put them back in the box for you. That's gonna be double auto horns. I don't know if we've done double auto horns in a long time for the dual auto card, but here we go. As for Nicole and Lanny, and here's Nicole and Borge. Yeah, Glenn, I agree 100%. I love buybacks. And since we always do buybacks last, it's always a fun way to end the night with a monster hit. So congrats, Nicole. Throw them out there. So for the two cards we have here, in just a second for the Leaf cards. The first one was Gretzky. That'll be easy. And let me go to random.org real fast. I'm just going to put the teams in there, Vice the People. So we have New York Rangers St. Louis, Edmonton, and LA Kings. Do it 6 times like I normally do. Whichever team's on top at the end of 6 times gets Wayne. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one counts. Here we go. And Edmonton, fitting for Wayne. So he will go to the Oilers. Let me just write Edmonton on here, where it all started for him. And there. And then for our 8-way card here, Matt, if you don't mind copy and pasting those for me if you got them close by. We'll knock this one out real fast. So I know Alex is definitely a Red Wing. So Leafs times 2. Islanders. And yeah, second one there is Reich with the big old mustache. North Isles. And Red Wings on Alex D, of course. Montreal. Calgary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Frank M, Toronto, Montreal. Okay. All right, let me load these up really fast into random. Have Leafs, Isles, Red Wings, Canadiens, if I can spell right, Flames, Toronto, Montreal. All right, there we go. All right, so same thing. Whoever comes out on top after 6, we'll get our card there, the sunrise and sunset. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one here counts. And we have the Leafs. Leafs getting that one. So that's another one to Nicole. Yeah, it doesn't really help either for the but I mean, black and white was Del Vecchio, so you know it was the Red Wings though for him. So Nicole gets Toronto for the sunrise and sunset. All right. Boom. Not too bad with the Leaf products there at the end. So, put this bad boy up here and this one. 2 awesome cards of the night right there. Yeah, you did. Pulled out the Lanny there. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight for the last 2 hours, and thanks for being a part of the 2 breaks. Posted those 2 breaks during the intermission. They probably won't fill by Wednesday, but if they do, we will we'll have a break. But if not, no big deal because it's Christmas week next week. So if we don't see you guys, have a Merry Christmas, and hopefully we'll be back on next Saturday, a week from today. But Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you and your families. And like I said, thanks again for being part of these 2 tonight. And we will catch you guys later back on YouTube and the Twitter, most likely the Twitter. But see you guys there very shortly. Have a good night and stay safe, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.